All right, everybody, I think we're live. So I'm super excited to announce, my name's Mary Hall Scott, for those of you that don't know me, and we own Micro PMU Tattoo Supply. We're super excited to announce our new Micro PMU cartridge. So it's a joint effort between me and Jenny Norris Brown and Rachel Berry. And what we're releasing now is a 3RL in a .22. So you guys, this is the first true nano cartridge out there in the industry. Right now, the smallest is a .25, which is considered a bug pin in the tattoo industry. So we've gone beyond that and we've made it a .22, which is a really tight configuration. So I'm gonna very quickly, you guys, and then Jenny and I are gonna switch, but I'm gonna show you when we were testing it, what we were testing it for and what you can use this for. So these are hair strokes from the 3RL, the .22. As you can see, it's such a tight configuration. It's very, very small, and you can definitely use this for hair strokes in the eyebrow. Here it is compared to a 1RL, a .25, which we're currently using for hair strokes. And you can see as you move up to a .30 that those strokes start to get a little bit larger and maybe a little unnatural for some people with very fine eyebrow hair. So this again is what it looks like. It's a super tight configuration. It's much easier to use than a 1RL, especially for beginners, and that's one of the reasons that we created that. So over here, you guys can just see, this is a sample of using the 3RL and doing some hair strokes. This was using a 1RL .25. And you can see the difference. This is our acupuncture cartridge. I hope you guys can see the pixelation here, how much better it is than using a 1RL. So if you guys are doing an eyebrow, you can go ahead and do the hair strokes with your 3RL .22, then go ahead and come back and shade that in after you've made those strokes with your acupuncture, and you're gonna get a beautiful brow. From there, we also, when we were testing it, looked at eyeliners. So the Stardust eyeliner is very popular. Again, we've got our 3RL .22. Look at how tight that is, you guys. You can totally make your wing with this. Here's the wing with the 1RL .25, and then again, we did it with a .30. But this is amazing. It is so tight. It's such a tight configuration with tiny needles that you guys can do your wing, and then you can fill this in with your Stardust or your shadowing to get the look that you want. But you're definitely going to be able to use this again to make something really fine, and it's going to be much easier to use than that 1RL is. We also practiced with it on the lips. When we were developing these cartridges, we did a lot of liners with the 3RL .22. I mean, look at that. It looks like you used a 1RL. It's beautiful. You don't see any lines in between the configuration, or I'm sorry, any space in between the configuration at all. Then what did we do? We just filled it in with an acupuncture cartridge. So to get that blushed lip, aquamarine lip, whatever you'd like to call it. So this is a 3RL for the liner, acupuncture on the inside. Just in case you guys don't know or don't remember, this is what our acupuncture cartridge looks like. It's more of a bullet-shaped tip. This is what a one traditional RL looks like with this point, okay? So one of the things that we found really interesting when we were testing is this is the back of the practice skin. This was using a 1RL, and you can see the design showing through the back of the skin, because you gotta kind of really push a little bit on that 1RL to get that hair stroke in. You guys can see if I flip it over, here's the 3.22, okay? So they look the same, you know, one's not deeper than the other one, but there's just no trauma here at all. The 3RL does such a nice job. So you're gonna get less trauma to the skin with some of those hair strokes. One more thing very quickly, you guys, if you want to use one cartridge and only one cartridge, here I showed you some dots made with the 3RL, and again, it's a .22. They're so small, you can totally use this for dots. This was just so that you could see some lines, but look at this. This is how tight. I mean, if I turn it on, you guys, there's so little vibration. There's a membrane again in this cartridge for backflow protection. There's just no vibration in this at all. And you can do such a tight configuration with this because of it being a .22 that you can easily do an ombre brow and just add some dots and do a complete brow with the 3RL 0.22. It's going to be so much easier than using a 1RL. Down here you can see where I made the strokes just a little bit thicker, right? And here I just didn't put as much pressure, made them a little bit thinner. So if you are doing hair strokes and you want to do some baby strokes and some thicker strokes, you're trying to fill in between some hairs that are already there, you can actually achieve both with this cartridge. So that's a very quick overview, you guys, of what you can use this cartridge for. You can use it solely by itself to do an ombre brow. You can use it for eyeliners. You can use it for lips. You can use it for all sorts of things. So it's a fabulous cartridge. We were thinking outside of the box, and we hope that you enjoy it. And you can get it at micropmutattoossupply.com. Thanks.